Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Malik. Today, I just wanted to come talk to y'all um, for nothing specific, to be honest. Really, uh, the reason I got on here is because I had an epiphany, and I'm sorry if you hear a lot of cars passing and things like that. I'll try my best to speak up, and maybe I'll even add captions to the video. So I had an epiphany that my life and the way that I want to live my life is up to me. So like, you know, we can get advice from others and things like that, telling us how to live our life, and all we can do is listen and take that advice. But at the end of the day, I'm the one that has to live this life along with you. You're the only one that can live your life. No one can live it for you. So I was watching this video the other day. I forgot his name at the moment, but when I start watching videos, I might start doing some like reaction videos. Let me know if y'all want to see that. But I might start doing like, just and of course tagging the original video, owner or whatever. But I'm gonna start doing some reaction videos and just kind of backing up the videos that I like and giving it from my point of view. But this one particular YouTuber, he was talking about how, you know, sometimes we can just, you know, us as people, as humans in the flesh, we always feel like we have to be doing something, and always constantly chasing something, whether that's knowledge, work, money, material, constantly, always chasing something, always busy, always doing something, you know. And in a society like today, it's very important, of course, it's important to get our education, um, and do other tasks to be, you know, what society wants us to be. But and yeah, this is how I'm feeling right now. It says a strong foundation is the key to success. Are you feeling uncertain about something? Focus on building a solid base in whatever you're working on. It will provide long-term stability. So yeah, like I was saying, it constantly feels like we have to be working on something. Like, I'm not out here because anybody told me to do it. I'm not out here, I'm not out here, because I got the encouragement and things like that, or the suggestions or forced to do it. This is something that I wanted to do. And you know what I did today? I got up and did it. Now, if I wanted to, I could have stayed in bed. I was tired, and that's basically the point of the video that I was watching. The video was like, you know, you don't have to do anything, but just exist. Exist, and all of that all of the worrying that I was doing, and all of the worrying that if you're worrying about something, it doesn't even have to be there. Sometimes, most of the time, what I did was I created my own situations because, in my flesh, I always wanted something for myself. So when I chose to work hard, I chose to work hard. When I chose to, rest, I chose to rest. Sometimes I got lazy. When I got lazy, I chose to be lazy, and that's what it was. But at the end of the day, how I spent my life is how I spent my life. And at first, I had resentment towards myself, towards others. But then you start to realize that it's no one's fault, and me taking accountability for myself. I can say it's my fault, right? But it's no one's fault. Nothing is no one's fault. You know, nothing happens at fault. It only happens as it being the world and the universe, right? He was talking about how everything happens through cycles. Whatever you want, you're going to get. Whatever happens is going to happen through cycles. It's going to happen again. If it didn't happen this time around, it's going to happen. And that's basically what he was saying. Like, all you have to do is exist. And he was like, you have to. He was a real chill dude about it. He was like, all you got to do is exist, bro. And really, you know, all of your stress and all your worrying and things like that, that's constantly on your mind, it becomes non-existent, because you're like, you know, you're getting gray hairs, you're stressed out, you getting, wrinkle lines start coming up and things like that, and different things like that, and you got headaches going on, you know, someone might be really stressed, you know, but just take a step back. Just take a step back from whatever it might be, because here's the thing. The world is going to work how it's going to work, you know. Some of the steps that I'm taking right now, I'll let you a little on an insight. I'm taking some time to meditate for myself and think about what I want for myself and my well-being, because these are the chapters of my life. Everybody has their chapters of their life. Everybody's, their own book, and you start writing those pages of your book. You start being. I was reading this one book. You start being the main character of your own story. Now, in the past, I've been called the main character one time, and I looked up at her, and all I did was I gave her like the dirtiest look, because I was like, main character, and I looked up, and it was like, it was like a dirty look and a defensive look. I didn't say nothing, but I was like, in my head I was like, taken back, like, but in the moment I didn't realize what she was saying, really, I was detached. I was detached from my own, my physical and my spiritual and my mental body. I forgotten who I was in that moment, and why I was doing what I was doing in that moment, because I was so taken back. I forgot that I was doing what I was doing because I wanted to do it. I wanted to do that, but in the moment, my mental, my physical, my spiritual had taken me back by that. She said, you want to be the main character so bad, don't you? And then I started thinking, like, what am I even doing this for? At some point, is it for the entertainment of others? Is it for me to help myself heal? Is it for me, my own enjoyment? Is it for their enjoyment? Is it for my own expression? Is it for their expression? So I started to think about it for a very long time. I didn't understand. But now, through the videos that I was watching and the books that I've been reading, I understand. That those things, some of those things, brought me my own sense of peace, and helped me kind of find myself, and it brought out something in me that I forgot was there. Sometimes we may forget who we are, and we have to remember. So I'll let you in. This is kind of like a side quest, like it goes off into like a kind of like a ramble. But some of my favorite movies, I'll let you know right now, and then I'll get to the last important, movie that I liked. I love movies, a couple of movies, but here it goes. I like Kill Bill. I liked scary movies, horror movies. I've kind of, taken a step back from some of them. I loved like Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, You know, I like funny movies here and there. Anything suspenseful. Um, Man, there's a lot. There's a lot of movies. Oh, Ip Man. You know, all the Kill Bills, 1, 2, 3. You know. Um, what else? Like as far as shows, I like the Boondocks. You know, Family Guy, but I've kind of dialed back a little bit from certain things, because it's all about what you feed your spirit and your energy. Yeah. But anyways, like Spider-Man and stuff like that. Um. Anyways, those are movies. You know, you have to separate movies and your reality versus your mental and your spiritual, your flesh. You really do. Um, but in any of those movies that you watch, there's the superhero and the villain, and and there's always like the main characters of their things, and they're always going. They always trying to achieve something. They always have an end goal. And it's like it gets suspenseful for the viewers, because sometimes it may be their own, like something that they really want to fall. They're trying to find someone or things like that. So it gets kind of suspenseful, and honestly, like in most of the movies, they're doing it for, like, their other half, especially when it comes to, like, their motives are driven really by their you know their heart chakra. You feel me? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but they're driven by that one piece of them that's missing, and then they go extremely hard for whatever they love. So kind of like Spider-Man and stuff like that. um you know where he was going hard for his woman, and then he ended up saving the city, and he went through so many trials and tribulations, and trying to figure out who he really was. And before he had getting bit by the spider, like that little dose of whatever it was, he was just the average person. um and then the next day he was climbing walls and saving the city. you know and that was good. That was like, that, you feel me? This is what it was to me. And that's what movies are, to me. That's what movies, music. I like music. As far as music, really, I'll tell you right now, and I'll be straight up with you. Now I'll get very specific about my music, but I like R&B. I like gospel. Here and there, I'll listen to a different style of music. Like Latino music, different types of music, like reggae music. Not even gonna lie to you. In general, my music kind of varies. I hear a song here and there, one or two, and it kind of varies. So I'll be honest with you, So, but these are the things that keep the world going. What we see, what we hear. These are the things. Imagine the world without music, without sound, without noise, and even put yourself in someone else's shoes. We're gonna leave that where it is, but imagine that, and how difficult it could be. Without TV, without our phones, without music. There was a time like that, right? So I'm really appreciative of what we have in today's generation, and the same person, the videos and things like that. When I see more of him, I'm going to start tagging him, because he was saying things like this too. Like, are we? Well, there was another separate guy, but he was like, are we too attached to our phones, and different things around us to see what's really going on, and to enjoy the beauty of it. Now, the reason I chose right here, is because it reminds me of Kill Bill. I've never been to this restaurant. Hopefully, when I come, sit down and dine with them, I'm I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest, you know. So, but it really reminds me of some of my favorite movies, taking me back to a kid, and I feel like it would be helpful to some of my viewers to just get back into that childlike energy, of that existing energy. Now, I'm not saying that the the responsibilities of life won't be there, but take it easy on yourself. Just take it easy on yourself. You know? Take it easy on yourself. You know? And accept that you're here. You're here in the physical. You know? Build on your mentally and your spiritual. And I appreciate that I'm alive. I appreciate that I'm here in this time and moment. And that's all I can do. That's all we can do is live our life and exist, and just find our own peace. So I want to end off with one positive message for the day. Now, if this resonates with you, it will. And if it does, don't worry about it. My message for you is keep going. Keep doing what you're going to do. Be who you want to be. Choose your next steps. How you would like to choose them. You don't have to be influenced by what you see, what everybody else is doing. Step outside the box. Now, here's a message from Spirit, since I have these cards out. It says, value indication. Your inner value is greater than you realize. Perhaps you've been questioning your worth lately. Focus on affirming your unique qualities daily, and you become more confident in your value. So, kind of what I've been saying. Spirit has a little bit of the same message. Balance out, everything you have. Find the good and the not so great throughout your day. Focus on what makes you happy. Along with, the reality of life. And I promise you that you, me, we can be so much happier in what we do. We really can. There's a lot of great things out there. Don't let anyone hold you back. Don't let yourself hold you back. With that being said, I'll give you one more. This is what's going to happen when you're ready. Well, only when you are ready, Don't feel forced to do it because I said, do it because you want to do it. Do it when you want to do it, Everything's going to work out for you. Believe in yourself. All right, y'all. I'll be back. This has been Malik.